Now, there's a topic that really, one of those topics that really, yeah, because unfortunately it's not talked about very much in spiritual circles, and I feel like it's very important. And this topic is basically about awakening. Is it gradual or is it sudden? Is it, is it gradual or is it sudden? And what do you do afterward? Is it gradual awakening? Is it gradual or sudden? And what does one do afterward? Right? People think as if talk as if awakening is like someday you just like walking on water, no more bills to pay, just sit there like the Buddha. It's like life begins after awakening. I'll say it again. Real life begins after awakening because now you're in tune with existence. You're in the flow now. That's important. When people are not, they're resisting, fighting, they're in the area they're being pulled by life to the right direction. Awakening makes all of that literally impossible. The more one deepens to presence and your heart opens, somehow you're in tune life because now you are more intelligent, you're more in the flow. Makes sense? So there are various aspects of awakening journey, whether you have to meditate, mantra, all those are important. That takes time, of course, because you're doing the mantra. Even if it takes you a day, it's still time. Even if you say you're going to enlighten, awaken within one day, that day is 24 hours. You are doing certain things, but the experience itself is sudden, always sudden. Anyone who has had a strong awakening experience will tell you, all of a sudden, boom, the moment. And it looks like it was not triggered by anything. Like you may even just be chilling, something is there, right? Just like gifts of existence. Existence is saying you're doing your part to be present. You're doing this, then the gradual part, you're doing the mantra, whatever you do, tantra, love making, whatever your path is, life says it's a gift. That's what people focus. The awakening, becoming like that's a gift from the universe saying, okay, you're doing your part, so you okay, awakening. Right? Boom. Have it. That's a gift. So those who want to debate and argue, is it gradual, is it sudden? I'm like, you're both right. Oftentimes that's what I've seen in life, that's the case. Both sides are right. Or they have aspects of truth in them. All sides, they have aspects of truth. Nobody can ever tell a total lie. I've never seen it happen. Everything has aspects of truth in it. To get to truth requires make having a truth in the middle, right there, existence, presence, truth happens in the middle, right there, existence, presence happens in the middle. So what happens afterward? Then you begin to live your life. That now depends on your personality type. See, people think that awakening before awakening and after. Remember, awakening is a continuous process. One day you get to this level, you have the explosion. Another bigger one happens after a while. It keeps expanding. What do you do afterward? Life happens. But now, many people repress who they are. The valve that people used to repress their ego personality breaks with awakening. And now you can't help but be on the right track. Because now you're not resisting as much. Maybe a little resistance might still be there because there are many levels of awakening. Initially there may be a little resistance, but nothing major anymore. Nothing strong enough to distract you and pull you from where you was leading. Because now you're more open. Life will somehow, it's easier for life to move you in the right direction, in the true direction that your destiny is. All this are there. There's this noise. I hope you guys are not hearing this right now. And if you enjoy it, there's a couple of stairs over there. Make love a lot. I can hear them doing their thing. Doesn't bother me. It's okay. They just have fun. But I just wanted to mention that in case anybody's like saying, what is that noise? Yeah, they're neighbors upstairs. Having a good time. Having great sex. Right? Enjoy. But that's what it sounds like. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, it is. Enjoy. Blessings. So after that, just like the path one takes on the awakening journey depends on your personality. Some people, what I was telling one of my friends today, doing a session with her, and I was like, oh, you have a lot of buddhi. Buddhi is Budhi. That means she has a lot of intelligence. Think of an eye with a dot. That dot is intelligent. It's the highest level of intelligence available to man. It's a different part of the brain. Okay? It's a high. Some people have it. When they become enlightened, they call it Buddha. If somebody has a lot of, it's a very much a mystic, very wild, ecstatic, like a Shiva. Ah, that person It's called a Shiva after enlightenment, because it's like saying now you're as wide as big as Shiva. Shiva is light, consciousness, pure light. Shiva, just like Shiva now. Shiva. If it's Kali, you say you become one with Kali, right? That void. So all that energy is already there. But based on your energy, your tendency, you say, oh, wow, it's very loud today. What the? It is what it is. I hope it's not disturbing what I'm doing. You guys can still hear me, right? Okay, good. So before awakening, you be yourself. After awakening, you be yourself a little more. Because now you've come home. You've come to accept yourself. You've come to realize that you can't even change yourself. It's done. You already chose it. All you can do is transform it. If you already came with a lot of anger, what to do? You can't say, okay, I don't want this anger. I want no. What you got is the anger. Accept it and it gets transformed. If you're born with a lot of sexual energy, you can't say this is too much, put it aside. No, it's there. Present with it, be in tantra, do tantra, be present with it, and the energy will transform into higher levels of energy. Deeper. It's natural. It just needs acceptance. Based on your energy, your personality type. Some people are painters, poets, mystics, shaman, whatever your nature is, that's what you're going to be doing when you're the more you awaken, the deeper you go into presence. Sometimes people say, oh, I used to have a skill and I don't have that skill anymore because I've been meditating. I'm like, no, possible, impossible. I put my foot. You cannot lose a skill that you're born with. It's not possible. If you lose some ability somehow before meditating or awakening, that means it was never really yours. Maybe you learned it. We're very stubborn as we can learn things because we love our parents, we love us. You can learn it. But somehow your heart is not in it. The soul is not participating. As soon as the more one deepens the presence, your heart opens, somehow you start losing interest because it was never really you. If there's a skill, it's a talent you're born with, guarantee it's going to blossom. If you're a painter by nature, you awaken, you go deeper into presence, boom, your heart. You can paint more. If you're a mother, you awaken, you become the best mother. You know exactly what your child wants when he or she wants it. It doesn't make you perfect. You're still going to make mistakes. But generally, you know what you're doing. Anything. You could be a mystic. Wow. Then you really are one with existence. You could be a poet. The poetry will come from your heart and soul now. If you're an accountant, people might say accountant. That's like when you're enlightened, accountant is or awakened. That accounting thing, you will lose interest. Who told you? There are people that become better accountants. Now they can focus. Now they can really, the numbers are now. That's their genius. And accounting can be one's genius. Some people's athletics, the natural. People that are more like more physical bound. I don't want to call them. Some people call them Neanderthal or this. Those are derogatory. No, don't be jealous. Some people are just very physically inclined. More than mind. They are more physically inclined. Athletic, they're stronger. When they're doing their sports thing, they may not have any money anymore in their bank account. They might be useless with their financing. But when it comes to physical intelligence, they're stronger, knowing what to do. They're Tysons. Some people will call him a warrior. I would not call him a warrior. See, people don't understand the difference between an athlete and a warrior. Maybe that's a different video. Maybe I'll make a different video tonight on that. That's very important for people to realize. An athlete is a whole different ballgame. They are more like soldier, whereas a warrior is more like an entrepreneur. They actually have a very great mind. They know how to create businesses. It's a Brahma of business. We'll talk about that in a different video. Okay now, so enjoy yourself. Be awakening, deeper levels of presence open up for you. Love you so much. Blessings to you. All the best.